Hello. This is a Thai Canadian podcast. Tune in now. This is the Thai Canadian podcast. Sawadee. Sawadee. Wadee Cup. Put that thing in my butt.
I will fucking kill you.
Recording.
Okay, start it over.
Never slow down. Give me all leave a steam fish, go all leave around. Yeah, girl can't be stretched, man. Nah, I can't, man can't just do slow down. Me and you alone tonight. I think I wanna date my wife. Take you home and make love twice. I wanna make the things so high.
สวัสดีพี่ๆน้องๆทุกคนสำหรับชาวไทยที่ฟังกันอยู่นะคะนี่เป็นพอดแคสต์ที่เกี่ยวกับชีวิตการเป็นลูกครึ่งและฝรั่งที่อยู่เมืองไทยและชีวิตการอยู่เมืองไทยรวมไปถึงชาวไทยที่อยู่ต่างประเทศเราจะคุยเรื่องชิวๆตลกและก็จะมีสอนภาษาสามีไปด้วยแล้วก็หวังว่าจะได้ดาราไทยนักร้องนักแสดงแล้วก็นางสาวไทยมาเผชิญกันด้วยค่ะถ้างั้นเริ่มกันเลยนะคะ Alright let's see you say it
Hi. Okay. Sawadee PP. Nong. Tuk. Kon crap.
Kon. There's only one kon.
Okay.
Alright, I'll say it for you once.
Sawadee. Like the rapper. She's Filipino.
At least, yeah. We're talking about Asians.
Sawadee.
This is an Asian podcast.
Sawadee has PP. But Nong no tuk. Because she has crabs. Wrong? Okay. Sawadee PP. How do I not make it sound like a penis? Like I'm saying PP.
P.
Sawadee.
Say it like this. Like
P,
watch my hands.
P. You're just making like a Nike sign with your hands. It doesn't.
Yeah, you go from P.
It doesn't explode. Sawadee PP.
Yeah.
Nong.
You sound like you have a southern accent. It's nong.
Sawadee PP nong. Tuk on crab. Okay.
That's better. That's actually better. You sound like an
Sawadee,
American trying to speak
Sawadee
Thai.
PP nong tuk on crab. Sawadee PP nong tuk.
สวัสดีพี่ๆน้องๆทุกคน
สวัสดีพี่ๆน้องๆทุกคนครับ
Getting there. Alright, one more time. สวัสดีพี่ๆ สวัสดี Let's go one word at a time. สวัสดี พี่น้อง No, theน้อง is the same. You don't have to change the dialect to it.
Okay.
น้อง
Who's there? Thai Canadian podcast.
So ugly.
Okay. สวัสดีพี่น้องทุกคนครับ
There's two nongs.
สวัสดีพี่น้องทุกคนครับ
ทุกคนครับ
ทุกคนครับ
Yeah, alright.
Like where'd you go? You were in the bathroom a long time. I took long crap.
Yeah, sure. Took a long crap.
Okay, let's try it one more time for the top. สวัสดีพี่น้องทุกคนครับ
There we go.
สวัสดีพี่
Okay.
I'm
Anyways.
fluent in Thai. We're over here fronting for the listeners as if I don't speak fluent Thai. Let's let them know. Like throw something at me.
กว่าจะพูดชัดได้นะคะ ก็
Exactly.
แบบว่า
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
เขียน post-it note ไว้ให้นะ
Who posted? Ken posted.
สำเนียงก็ได้อยู่นะ
Okay, say it again. I'm gonna try to figure it out. สำเนียงก็ได้อยู่นะ Someone's gonna die, you know.
ออกจะใต้นิดนึง แต่ก็โอเค
Okay.
Yeah, so there's our first sentence for teaching my hubby some Thai.
What does it mean, though?
It's like hello. hello everyone, but it really translates to hello older, younger, everyone.
You had me say Sawadee. I should have said Sawadee Cup.
You could have just said Sawadee krap. There we go.
Sawadee krap. We'll make it krap.
What are you making? Krap?
We'll make it krap. I don't know. Sawadee. Sawadee, all you Thais.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a racist term for Thai people?
Not really.
Like we have.
Jesus.
We'll bleep it out. Obviously, this podcast is like so PG-13.
It's not. But I don't think saying the N-word is...
You guys could be under gooks.
They're not going to know what gooks are. Unless you're like an American Asian.
It's true. There's some southern slang. Niggas and gooks.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there's going to be a lot of beeps in there. So yeah, this is the podcast about what? What's it about?
Oh, I already told the Thai listeners what it's about.
Oh, let's tell the English ones because it is called Thai Canadian.
Yeah, we should tell all the Canadian ones, all the English-speaking ones. So it's pretty much about, obviously, Thais and Canadians and stuff like that. But it's also about the life of, like, being a halfie. And about foreigners living over in Thailand or in Asia in general. And also about Asians that live abroad over on the western side of the world and what it's like, their experiences and, you know, the struggles, the upsides, the downsides of it all. And, you know, just some
When do we talk about the Thai
stuff.
transsexual community?
Is that the first thing you want to hop
I
on?
mean, that's the obvious. I think anyone listening right now.
Oh, let's say.
Yes, we got to block that out.
It's okay. I used to be one.
That doesn't make sense. You would still be one. Yeah.
All right, I guess we've concluded to I am one.
Let's get into the transsexual community, as they're named. Let's talk about it. I mean, how bad is it? Is there a cure? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
How bad is it? I mean,
it seems so accepted over there. I see so many
is.
ladyboys over there.
It is. I actually think it's worse for the Thai women than it is for the lady boys. That's what they like to be called, lady boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Yeah, so some of them get, like, obviously a lot of surgery. Yeah, need to. But some of them are...
The Adam's apple removed.
Yes, there is that.
If you want to sell it.
Not all of them do, though. That's okay. There are some tourists that go there and like it.
Yeah, some
It's where they go to be themselves.
of those mid-surgeries, they just kind of ran out of money and was like, you know what? I'll
Have
keep
one testicle left.
keep the balls and I'll keep the Adam's apple. Go ahead and butterfly the rest.
It's scary though, because some of them are actually more beautiful than the actual women. Like, obviously they've had surgery, and anyone who has surgery will look better, but not
Is gay marriage legal in Thailand? Look it
That's
up.
a good question.
Google it.
So,
I just wonder because it seems like the transsexual community is like thriving. Seems like no one looks at it as a bad thing, which it's not, but a lot of countries
it's more
hidden.
accepted there.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering if that's accepted is. What about the other letters in the...
The LG.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have the Q in there. It's just LGBT.
Yeah, because they're real. They ain't got no time for you straddling the fence. You either want it or you don't.
All right, let's see what it says here.
Motorcycles in the background.
It's like we're in Thailand.
Just like Thailand. Authentic. Sawadee.
It's legal, but they're not eligible for the same legal protections available to opposite sex couples.
Like someone breaks in your house and like, oh no, you're gay, buddy. Sorry, we can't help you. Don't bother filling out that police report.
That's weird. Thailand moves to legalize same-sex unions. July 2020. The bill avoids the term marriage, but allows for couples to adopt children and jointly own property. So can they get married? The plan has to get through Parliament to become law.
So basically, you can cut your dick off, but you can't suck one. Yeah, yeah.
There's lots of lesbians, but it's more like a tomboy situation, like a tomboy.
That's more of a transgender, transsexual kind of. That's different. That's like identifying as something else. It's like men liking marrying men, getting butt fucked by other men, women scissoring with other women, tribbing as they call it nowadays.
Yeah, well, the scissoring goes on, but like one of the girls is just a bit more manly. Manly? Like,
yeah, she just grunts more while she's scissoring.
Yeah, something like that. Like one of them is like the man. Like it's less. It's.
You think it's whoever has the bigger clit? It's like a clit contest.
Thank goodness I don't have to translate all of this to Thai because, some of these Thai listeners might.
Just asking questions. Hey, we support the community. I'm literally just asking questions with a spice of humor in there, but speckles. I'm not saying none of this is bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just trying to understand because they're basically saying you could chop your dick off, you just can't suck one. I just wanted to know. I'm just trying to understand.
No, you can still suck one. It's just the marriage.
Was that Thai?
No, because
suck one.
I remember when there was a whole I think this was maybe last year when in the States they were having all these protests and stuff for the LGBTQ. Jesus.
BTQ.
LGBTQ. Okay, I was right.
I'll tell you, it's like a sandwich. You could order that at Timmy's. Can I get an LGBTQ on whole wheat?
And a BLT at the same time? Yeah, because I remember that, I remember seeing, I don't know if this is true, but during all the protests and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure that same-sex marriage was legalized in Thailand. So I remember looking at a bunch of the countries, and I'm pretty sure Thailand was on there.
Yeah.
If anyone else later on comes on this podcast would like to clarify, that'd be great.
Yeah, go ahead and fill up the comments with all the things that we did wrong.
Which is probably the whole episode. That's fine. Starting from you saying pee-pee.
Pee.
But yeah, it's actually I'd say it's one of the most acceptable places in the world to be who you are and who you want to be.
Anything but fucking Q. They don't fuck with the Qs.
I guess not. There's no Q in there. It's just LGBT.
There ain't no straddling the fence. You're either straddling the dick or you're not.
Yeah. There's no half and half over there.
Tribbing if you're about that life.
Yeah, and the party scene, it's accepted. You don't fuck with any of them because, they will kick the shit out of you. Because as much as, they may look like a woman, but they still have the strength of a man.
The Muay Thai. Niggas weren't expecting that.
Muay.
It's Muay.
No. Muay Thai.
Muy, very in Italian. Very Thai.
It's spelled Muay.
It's Italian. It's very Thai.
Muay Thai.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
Yeah, sure.
Muay Thai.
This is the
very Thai.
Italian Thai podcast.
He's a Muay Thai. He's a very Thai.
Jeez.
We're not racist, I swear.
We're not. We got a lot of races in this household. I think we're good. I think we're almost able to talk shit about every race.
What would it be like to be in Thailand? I mean, I'm black in Thailand. So you can be gay, you can be trans, but you can't be black.
No, see, I don't think they're really racist like that.
Okay.
They're more racist towards Russian people. But the only reason is because there's a lot of Russian-owned. They own they own a lot of property. Mm-hmm. And the school system, the high school I went to, they have originally it was English for English and Thai. It was the the main languages there. Obviously, they had French and Mandarin and all these other languages, but now the curriculum was in English, but now they have a curriculum like for Russians, like a Russian curriculum, which I think is big because it just shows how big the population of Russian people are there.
It's not a good thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have like some Russian friends. I went to school with a couple of like with Russian kids, and they were great. Some not so great, but there were some that were great. I'm not gonna say I hate the whole race because a lot of them were really cool.
No, this answers my question though. Being a black in the middle of Thailand.
That's funny. There's actually a really no, they don't care.
We knew a guy.
No, there's a really.
His name was Rob.
No, there's a famous black guy that lives in Thailand. He speaks fluent Thai, and he's the funniest thing.
So he would be like pee pee.
Yeah, and he's even in like the Thai the comedy. Like, the comedy's horrible over there, but it's still funny.
Nong nong, who's there?
Yeah, shit like that. But yeah, he's like famous, like, and he's black. Like, I don't think
Did you just say he's a black? You can't say that.
I said he's black.
Only I can say that.
Not a black. He's black.
Mm-hmm.
Stating the facts. Yeah, I don't say like, and I know like up where my mom lives up north, like she has
the one guy.
Yeah, they know one family. But yeah, like there's a Thai lady that's married to a black guy, and they have like the cutest little kids. Like
people come from far and wide to see the spectacle. Eh? Mm-hmm. It's like a circus act.
So like the racism that goes on in the States towards black people, I don't think you get any of it in Thailand. Like Thai people, at the end of the day, like they need tourists to survive. Like for most of the part, like the bumping areas, they rely.
I'm talking about living though, not touring.
Yeah, no.
Like
but
I pull up and I'm like, I like it here. I'm going to stay. Sawadee,
yeah, that's
I'm
that
here.
guy. He lives there
you.
up in Isan with like his Thai wife and his children. Like it's normal. But at the end of the day, like Thai people, like they will talk shit about everyone. Like every race, everyone that's there. If you piss them off one day, they'll shit talk about you. But that's just normal. That's just the way. Like that's just how it is. Well, they are a third world country.
Are they third or second?
Third.
I don't think they're third world. They have an economy.
Beep.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know if they'd be considered second world, to be honest with you, because I don't think they have.
It is a third world country.
Wow.
Yeah, because Thailand did not initially join the Allies or the communism bloc. It is a third world country.
Oh, I see. So now I thought third world meant poor as shit. So basically third world just means you ain't part of our.
Thailand has advanced farther relative to other countries, but has not yet reached the level of modern industrialized nations such as the Western nations.
Basically, they haven't kissed enough ass.
Yeah, well, they don't give a fuck.
They're
like
not.
Canada,
they're basically not verified.
They're
basically not verified on Twitter. Is what's happening.
Yeah, but they don't give a fuck. Like Thailand literally does not give a fuck. Like they don't fuck with nobody. Like they literally tell everyone to fuck off. They don't care. Like they won all their wars.
Like with social media, does everyone there have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
Yeah. Yeah, that's just not like China got all that shit shut down. No, it's nothing like Korea. That. Nothing like that. Thank goodness.
Or is it like South Korea where they pretend to be liberal and so much different than North Korea, but low key they're still just as bad?
Well, possibly at times, but I'm not really going to get into that because that could get us canceled.
Because I know like certain K-pop stars aren't allowed to like talk to people after the shows. They're not allowed to like mingle and socialize with people. Like it's part of the law. And I guess that they apparently, I could be wrong with this, but I'm pretty sure they don't make any money off of what they do. All the money goes back to the country somehow.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I have no idea
about that. Is Thailand like that?
No. It's just, our artists and actors, they don't really go international. They just stay within the country.
What about
except for one.
What about this Sabai guy?
Oh, but Tong Chai.
Is he openly gay or is he just...
I'm pretty sure he's openly gay.
Sabai. What does that mean? Put it in me?
No. It's like if we're gonna date.
And you have to put it inside me.
I'm not a singer. I have
Please
a horrible
don't
voice.
put cum into my eye. You're making me cry. You make me cry.
Cry, cry, cry. Oh, dear.
I like that song. Classic.
You gotta do the dance with it.
Sabai, sabai.
At least you can say that word properly and
Yeah, it's
fluently.
only because of that song. So funny.
Listen to it so many times, hey?
So is that guy like famous? Pull up and get all the dicks he wants?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he's older. Like, he was more popular, like, when I was in my teens, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he was Q back then. He didn't know.
I have no idea, honestly. Like, I could always tell that he was gay, but I don't know, he's one of, like, my mom used to love listening to him, like, way back in the day. Not way
Is that
back,
his biggest song?
No. I doubt
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah, because you have this Thai famous thing in your head, but I mean like worldwide.
Okay, by worldwide, you just mean here and you, because you have the background of knowing other Asians. Like,
Here and you.
Like,
How dare you, flag?
oh, no.
Faggot. Do you want to talk about Thai dicks? And where are the Thai dicks going? Everyone's chopping them off.
They are rather small. Thailand's men are known for having small dicks. To all my Thai friends out there, I don't think you have small dicks, and I'm sorry. Didn't mean to bring you down like that.
Tuk tuk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll stop counting. That's way too many. I'm not really into the Thai men, you know. It's not really my thing.
What's the deal with the king? Why can't you say bad stuff about him?
That's on the first episode.
I want to ask. These are questions that Canadian people are asking. I'm asking you about your culture. What is the deal with the king?
The king is like the highest, like the highest on the pedestal. Like you don't talk shit about him.
Is it like
you talk shit about you could literally go to jail. You can get killed. Someone can kill you for it.
people die over talking shit about the king?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What makes you a king, queen? That family, or is it money? Are these families that are like wealthy?
Yeah.
Has it been the same family forever and ever?
Honestly, I don't know.
Because now it's the son of the last king, right?
Yeah.
Who's the king now? And isn't he like changing things around? If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah. Well, no, that's where like before this was like with the previous king, but he was a good king. I'd like to say he was a good king. Mm-hmm. But you know, Thailand, like I said, like they don't fuck with nobody else, but that's because they're too busy fighting,
fucking each other.
Yeah, fucking each other up.
Those damn LGs.
Yeah, it's like the military against the king's men. I guess I don't know. It's like
also the military is not under the king.
Well, the king has his military, I'd like to say, but there's like, I don't know. Like I was just so young when it like all happened. Like I remember school was closed down. We weren't allowed to go to school. There was like curfews and stuff. And then there's like for the king, like was like the yellow shirts, and then like, I guess you could call it militia. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They'd be the red shirts. But the problem with that was like the militia were giving people money. The people up north, they were giving them a lot of money. So they were supporting the red shirts. So most of the people up north were red shirts, and then people down south were yellow shirts. Like they were supporting the king. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they weren't getting any money from this was with the prime minister back then.
So the prime minister was trying to separate from the king and do his own thing.
Yeah, but he embezzled like I don't know if this is safe to talk about. He embezzled like
this
a lot
is all
of
alleged.
money.
We don't know what we're talking
Yeah,
about. We're
allegedly, because we live in Canada. Please don't come.
You gotta
find us.
remember that there's people that love the prime minister too. So be careful what you say. This is all alleged.
Yeah, but I don't fuck with the prime minister.
Doesn't matter. There's people who do.
Yeah, I know. Like, I have people in my family that do.
Okay.
But yeah, like he allegedly, like embezzled a bunch of money, because he has a dual citizenship, which has now made it more difficult for actual people that are half something other than Thai to get citizenship there, unless you have a lot of money. If you have a lot of money, you can fucking get anything you freaking want. But I can't say the same for me, but I do. I'm proud to say I got my dual citizenship now. Anyways, yeah, he embezzled a bunch of money, and because he had a dual citizenship, he had a UK passport, he embezzled a bunch of money and put it into accounts in the UK. This is allegedly saying. Yeah, and then he pretty much fucked off to the UK. So the Thai government couldn't do anything. They couldn't catch him. The money was out of the country. Couldn't do anything about it. But he was throwing money at a bunch of people to buy their support. And, you know, although you can't buy everyone, you can buy certain people, especially if they're really poor and, you know, like they need it. Their family needs it. Yeah, and then
Especially
it just...
if they're mid-surgery.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
especially. But yeah, but it pretty much caused war. Like, you couldn't wear, like, these two colored shirts. You don't want to be mistaken for the other side, and people literally would just shoot each other over. It's kind of like the Crips and Bloods.
Oh shit! A whole lot of gang talk.
It's kind of like
Welcome
gang
to the
talk,
gang segment of the
it's
Thai
bigger than
Canadian
that.
podcast.
Yeah, it's like the whole country though.
Tuk tuk.
But yeah. Tuk tuk.
That's the sound of the guns over there.
No, it's not.
You want to go to war? Tuk tuk. You want war? Tuk tuk. Hold on, have to pee pee. When I come back, tuk tuk.
That's not even what we sound like. You're mistaking the Asians here. That's more like a
Big guns, big cannons go nong nong. Take out the big cannon, go nong nong. Who's there?
That's like a
Tuk, tuk.
Vietnamese.
Nong nong, who's there? Tuk tuk. Okay, well, tell the people, how did you end up in Thailand? A little spoiled little white kid that was raised in Calgary. Probably wearing stupid little Calgary Flames fucking diaper vests. Just throwing up all
My
over
dad
them.
was never a Calgary Flames fan.
Shitting all in your
Our
Calgary
family doesn't
Flames
support
merch.
hockey. We don't give two fucks about hockey.
Your mom's tit milk all over your Flames diaper vest.
Ew.
Or your
Talk about my
onesie.
mom's tit. Yeah.
Flag?
What if she listens to this?
She will. She'll be so flattered.
It's true.
I think your mom's tits, I think. Tuk tuk.
Oh God, that's not even the right word.
It's true. Tuk tuk.
Well, yeah. So my dad's Canadian. He's from Calgary. My mom's from Thailand. She's from Roy.
Okay, wake me up when this is done.
So basically, I was born in Calgary. Born in Calgary, you know, lived a normal life up until I was 8 years old. Parents decided to move to Thailand. They bought some land. We built a resort.
Hey, where did your parents meet? Real selfish story.
Oh, we met in Phuket.
What was dad doing in Phuket? Out there looking for some pussy.
Oh, God. He was like, what, 30 something? First trip to Thailand.
So you meet your mom. She's a bad bitch back then. She's a bad bitch. And he's like, I'm bringing this baddie back to Calgary so she can wear Flames merch. And then they had you.
Yeah.
Because your mom's like, I ain't wearing that shit. Put it on the baby. So then they had you.
Yeah, something like that.
So from 0 years old
To 8.
to 8 years old.
8 years old, we moved to Thailand.
Fucked off. Tuk tuk. Your mom tuk you to Thailand. Fucked off. Tuk tuk. Okay.
Yeah, we moved to Thailand. At that point, I did not speak any Thai. I only spoke English. I understood Thai, but couldn't speak any. So my dad thought maybe sticking me in some Thai schools would help me learn Thai, which it was a nightmare. I could understand everything everyone was saying about me, but I couldn't communicate back, obviously. So they thought I was a bit slow. They flat out said I was stupid and retarded. It was harsh. Like, being an 8-year-old kid, like not being able to express yourself to them, not being able to communicate to them. Like I was
being
crying.
able to say, I'm not dumb, you are.
Yeah. Like, bitch, I understand everything you're fucking saying to me. Like,
no, you're stupid.
Like, yeah, like, I'm probably smarter than you and you and you and all of you here. But no, like it was hard because I was taken away from what I was used to. Like I was raised here, so I was used to everything here, and everything was a lot like it was really new over there. Mm-hmm. So it was hard. I moved to a couple of schools. I had to move around, and they put me like three grades lower. So I was with like younger kids, so I felt stupid, even though I knew I wasn't. I felt it, and it was hard. So I bounced around. Like we did a couple of schools, and then.
Can I interrupt? I'm assuming being a Flames fan made it easy to accept the trans community over there. Okay.
Like, if you really support the Oilers that much, like you're not even from here. You don't even go here.
Whoa, I go here.
Yeah, you go here, all right. But yeah, so I bounced around, and then we moved to Phuket. Originally, we lived in Khao Lak, Phang Nga. But yeah, so we moved to Phuket. I went, and my dad finally decided to stick me into a bilingual school. Yeah, so that's when I started to actually be able to learn Thai from scratch. Because there was a bunch of, half kids like me. I was more accepted there. Well, I wouldn't say more accepted. I was bullied quite a lot at a young age. I was stuck in a closet once and with this guy, and they pretty much said we had to make out before I could get out of there.
Sounds like rape.
No, I felt more bad for the other kid. The funny thing is, the poor white kid, he was Canadian too. So at least they stuck me with my own kind. But
he's like, "Are you a Flames fan?" Because I'm gay.
I'm pretty sure he was from like Ontario, other side of the country. Don't fuck with them. Just kidding. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you are them. But yeah, and then after that, it's kind of blurry after that, because somewhere along there, my parents split up, and then I ended up moving to where my mom was living back out there. And then I went to, I don't really remember. I was going to a Thai school. Yeah, I think I was going to a Thai school. And then the tsunami hit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the tsunami hit, which affected, like, it was really bad where I lived. A lot of people died, obviously. I saw the wave coming as me and my mom were driving away on a scooter, I guess I should call it a motorcycle scooter. We went up.
What was that movie that we watched?
The Impossible.
Was your story anything like theirs?
No, I wasn't in the water. It was nothing, not as traumatic as that.
So you were up safe, tuk-tuk. Good, you were good. Tuk-tuk.
Yeah, my brother, he hung on a coconut tree.
Nong nong.
Yeah, he was up. It'd be PP.
Oh, PP.
He'd be PP.
My bad.
Yeah, he was up on a coconut tree. Luckily, I wasn't at the resort. If we were at the resort, I'd probably be dead because it's really close.
So how long did your brother hang from a coconut tree?
Long enough.
Like, what did he do after? He swam off? Did he?
Well, no, once the first wave, he hung off the coconut tree on the first wave.
Okay, because the tsunami, so the wave comes in and then it goes all the way back out again, right?
Yeah.
How long until it goes back out? So there's no more water in the city?
I don't know, 20 minutes?
That's it?
Yeah, it did.
In that movie, they made it seem like it was there for weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. This was all like, it was like 20 minutes, 15 minutes in between waves. Like it literally, like the wave came in and then it came out.
Sucked back out.
Yeah. So it was.
And it takes homes and people.
Like it was probably the wave itself coming in and out was probably 5 minutes. Didn't take very long. It just took a lot with it. And then.
That's on the way out.
Yeah. And on the way out. And then it was probably like 10, 15 minutes before the second wave came. And then once again for the third wave. But my brother got the fuck out of there. And then he managed meeting up on the mountain. That's where we saw him. And then we, later on, I think just later on, a couple hours later, when people, were helping each other out and trying to make sense of it all, I guess, because Thai people, they have never heard of tsunamis before. They didn't know what the hell they were. Neither did I, quite frankly. But yeah, my mom had to come down and identify bodies. So that was like
the Japanese are like, Punk, we've been through this so many.
Right.
So many times.
They had a bunch there. Indonesia was the first place that got hit before us.
That's crazy.
And then it came down the coast.
How many Burmese people washed up in Thailand? Just.
That's probably a lot.
Well, I'm here now, so might as well
Jeez.
give me citizenship.
Yeah, it was messed up. But yeah, my dog died. One of my friends.
Dog die?
Unfortunately, my dog, we left her in the house. So we lived down like the road, like the main road, from the beach. We pretty much had like a direct line to the beach. And my mom had like a 2-story like townhouse, I guess you'd call it. And over there they have like these things like for the main door, like you pull down like the, you know, those metal things where you pull down to the ground and you lock it on the bottom there.
Yeah,
like a kind of like a
like
garage
when you're in the
thing.
hood and every corner store and liquor store has those.
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah.
Crackhead proof slide.
Yeah, well, that's what we had. Yeah, so I was actually on the toilet, taking a poop when the earthquake hit or whatever. It was around like
You're taking a poop.
10. Yeah,
Poop.
poop, poop. 10 in the morning. I'm pretty sure the wave came around like 10:15. Don't quote me. It was around there. But yeah, so then my mom when we heard like a bunch of people screaming and like running, and a bunch of people were like driving really fast. Like there was a lot more traffic than usual. So then I kind of like walked outside, and then this couple, like a couple of like white people, they literally just fell over in front of our house. Had an accident. They got the fuck back on their motorbikes and just took off. So we were like, oh, like that's unusual. And people were screaming. So I kind of like looked out, and people were like, run, big wave, big wave. And so me and my mom were like, okay, like we should get the fuck out of here. Like this is pretty intense. So my mom, she was selling like,
One more mango, baby.
Jesus. She was selling like a bunch of like trinkets, like she'd make like shells and like shell necklaces and stuff. So we had it displayed out front. So she decided that she didn't want anyone to steal it. So we decided to put the stuff inside first. So at first I had my dog in my arms. But yeah, so we were moving everything in, and she wanted to close everything. And I was just really nervous. Like I was only 13 years old. So I was like, or 12 or 13, I think 12.
Okay.
No, I was 11.
They were
Oh.
11.
Yeah, I was pretty young. I was 11.
Yeah, we're 11.
Yeah, so anyways, by the time we got everything in and my mom closed the door, I had realized that I put the dog down in the house on the desk to help my mom move everything in. And then by that time, my mom turned around and we
put a dog on a desk. Was the dog alive when you put it on the desk?
Yeah, she was like a little puppy. Like, so she'd just hang out there. Like,
What's the
she was
dog's
good.
name? Pop.
Coco.
Oh.
Yeah. She was like a little
Everything
poodle.
comes in twos and
Poodle across, yeah.
Couldn't just be Co. Had to be Coco. Pop named
She's-
Coco.
She was like a cross poodle, cross something else. But she was a tiny little thing. She was cute. But yeah.
R.I.P. Pop.
Yeah.
Coco.
Rest easy, my baby. But yeah, so by the time my mom locked the door and everything, and by the time this all happened, I was like, fuck the dog. Not fuck the dog, but like, fuck, I forgot the dog on the table. And then my mom turned around and we could see the wave coming. And at that point, it was either leave the puppy or we all die. Mm-hmm. And me, I wanted to get the puppy. But my mom was like, no, you're not. We're fucking going. And I was crying the whole time. And then I got on the motorbike. I got on backwards so that I could look at the wave. Mm-hmm. So we're like driving away, and yeah, it was like taller than like buildings, like 2-story buildings. It even hit 3-story buildings, but it didn't hit the second level of our place, because it blew the back wall out. So the water didn't hit upstairs. Yeah, and then we made it away safe. And then when we came back down, everything was just right fucked up. And my dog was nowhere to be found. One of my friend and her family, like they all died because they were all at home sleeping. They lived like closer to the beach. Like it was a 1-story house.
What time was it?
It was like 10 in the morning.
I mean,
on a Sunday, and it was right after
it's so late though.
It was Boxing Day.
Yeah. Do they have Boxing Day sales there?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to be up for the sales?
Well, not around there. It's like a smaller. It was like a smaller area around. Like it's more popular now, but it wasn't as bumping back then.
Okay. To lighten up the mood a bit, do people eat dogs in Thailand?
No.
It's lighting me up the mood.
How was that lighting up the mood?
In China, they have dogs like displayed like pigs.
Yeah, China.
Skin dogs.
China's a piece of shit.
They also eat bats. Rumor has it. So you guys don't fuck with dogs? You personally? Or do people?
There are certain people.
So they do eat them?
Like I know of certain people that I've heard of it, but it's not like known.
You're not going to go to a restaurant and get fucking stuffed dog rolls?
No. But in school, I read a Thai book about like this guy.
Fried puppy ears? Pop.
No, like soup. They made soup out of like human.
Okay. Dogs or humans?
Human being.
Okay, but
no, but this was just a book.
Level.
This was just a book.
I was talking about pop-pops.
This was just a book.
Peeps.
This is just a book. I don't know if it was real. It's
yeah. That's next level. Crazy.
Yeah, it's my A1.
Okay, final question before we end this. And I'm sorry, but I just really want to know so
I'm not
much.
even done my life story.
There's so many episodes.
It's okay. We'll continue.
Yeah, there's so many more episodes.
I could still talk about the tsunami. Like there's still, we'll continue on this.
We'll deep dive. We're going to do everything on the first episode. But I'd like to end it with the sex industry there because all my friends that go there, they say they get so much pussy that it's pretty much free and they don't use any condoms.
That's disgusting.
It was disgusting for my friends. Also for the women there, but I feel like it's part of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But is it legal there to be a whore? Hooker?
Yeah.
Sex lady?
Yeah.
Worker of the sex?
Lady of the night would be.
Lady of the night. What if can you be a lady boy of the night?
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to put it all together. So it's legal.
It's legal.
How rampant is AIDS in Thailand?
It's pretty bad. Pattaya.
Pattaya.
Allegedly, Pattaya is number one province in the Thailand for HIV and AIDS.
In the Thailand.
Did I say in the Thailand? Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. What are they in the world, do you know?
No.
Per population?
For HIV?
Yeah, or AIDS. And what's the medicine like there? Like if you got the HIV, do they got the pops, the pills for you to pop?
I think so. All right. Let's see. 532,000 Thais were living with HIV/AIDS in 2008. It's a long time ago. In 2009, the adult 1.3% of 2016, Thailand had the highest prevalence of HIV in Southeast Asia at 1.1%. The 40th highest prevalence of 109 nations.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's pretty high.
Yo, anybody who be going there and fucking ladies and ladyboys of the night without condoms? Mm-hmm. Or even with, to be honest with you?
Yeah.
Shame on you. Tuk tuk.
Yeah, but it did say that Thailand's
Put your pee away.
Early cases were occurred primarily among the gay men. And then the virus then spread rapidly to injecting drug users, followed by prostitutes.
Damn, son. That's crazy. I wonder how many guys go there.
In 2005, more than 40% of new infections were among women.
How many people from North America go there and try to bring home a hooker, though?
Although the prevalence of HIV and AIDS in Thailand has declined, the epidemic has moved to the general population, and there is a greater need to match prevention efforts with recent changes in the
epidemic has moved to the greater population. So it just means that it's spreading more. How is it? This means that it's...
As of 2011, IDUs in Thailand are among the most vulnerable in HIV and AIDS, a number between 40,000 to 97.
Okay, are we just going to read all the Google stats, or are we going to say goodbye to everyone?
Yeah, obviously we're going to say goodbye, and you can't say goodbye the same way you said hello.
Lakon pipi nong nong tukon krap.
All right, I'll give you that one. You got that all on your own.
What did I just say? I said goodbye, big brother, big sister, little brother, little sister. I took the con crab.
Yeah, something like that. The ending's everyone. Tukon's everyone.
On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Lakon.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's try this. Okay. All right. All right. On count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
Lakon, nong nong, pee pee.
Oh, the whole thing. Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Lakon, nong nong, pee pee, tukon krab.
ค่ะ
Cup. But you mixed up pee pee and nong nong, but it's fine. Tuk everyone.
Yeah ขอบคุณทุกคนที่ได้รับฟังรอบนี้นะคะถึงจะไม่ค่อยมีภาษาไทยเยอะแต่ก็หวังว่าจะติดตามชมกันต่อไป and yeah so
and
thanks everyone.
Yes, lakon
as he would say
from lakon from Buckham. No too much. Lakon, y'all.
Oh, peace.
Never slow down. Give me all leave a steam fish, go all leave around. Yeah, girl can't be stretched, man. Nah, I can't just do.